Hey, how's it going? I started out dead set on dialogues, but I started looking at this tiny story repo. These were here. Let me show you. These are tiny stories that were designed to be written for about a 3-year-old level, and I think that this is actually probably better. Especially for introducing beginning vocabulary, especially like the most common 200 words. If you don't know your prepositions and your articles, you can't realistically be expected to make more complicated sentences. That's just not reasonable. So, let's do this. First off, I want to find out what words are useful, because I have this, but wait, no, that's the sentence weights. I have this is the word weights, but the problem with this is that these are based off of the Spacey Output abridged file, which doesn't contain sentences that appear less than 2 times, i.e. sentences that appear 1 time. And those might actually be the most important sentences. Now, I'm not saying that this is not a useful thing to have, but it does represent a different background here. These tell full stories. So that I think could be useful, and it could give us a basis for what vocabulary is needed in order to tell a full story. Yeah, so let's get started here. We're going to make a new Python file called stats from short stories.py. We want to call it tiny. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's bring up. Let's see here. Just give me a generic thing here. So, okay, Python 3 code to list all files in the directory hello that end in JSON and put them into a list. I know that I should know how to use the glob or the OS, but I don't, so I'm sorry. Directory path is tiny short stories all data, and then let's see if this works here. Oh, this is absolutely awesome here. Okay, Python 3 code to spin up 20 processes to each process a single JSON file provided by a list. How many cores do I have? God, you'd think I would know that, wouldn't you? Oh, come on, get on the right screen. Yeah, 16 core processor. So I should be able to spin up 31, and then I just leave the process, because each processor core has 2. Each physical core has 2 logical cores on it. So, I mean, I can change this number. To each process a single JSON file provided by the list. I believe that there are more than 31, right? There are more than 31 files, so some will have to wait. Okay, this looks good. Oh, we already have OS. Tiny stories. Oh, it already inferred. JSON files, I don't think that we need that. Num processes is 31. Multiprocessing.pool, pool.map, pool.close, pool.join, and then process JSON file, and then we will have a file output name equals, and then it'll be dot output. I don't know. Secrets dot rand below to whoa, that's the wrong button. 2 to the 64th .json. Okay. For open file name are, I'm gonna say processing. Yeah, this looks good. Outputting file output name. Process. Oh, I see what it's doing now. Probably don't want to do that. Is it an array? Maybe we could do. No, let's just leave it. And let's see what happens when we run this. No such file or directory, json22.json. Okay, file name .append, and then we have directory path +/ file name. Go. All right, we have processing and outputting, but we do not. Oh, that's supposed to be like that. Give me a terminal here. mkdir output. Okay. Now we just need to do the actual thing where we extract. Now each one of these is going to spin up its own process. So we're going to need get parts of speech spacey. Structure, we don't want structure. I feel like we've done one more recently than this. Okay. You're pissing me off. We want token.text.lower end. Okay, I guess this is the format that I'm using, so. And no structure. Process text UDP, this all looks very good, so. We're going to come here. Let's see what print data 0 is. I want to see what this looks like. Here, let's have it only output 1. We can take a look. So story. So each one of these should have a story tag, right? And that should give me just text. Oh, that is beautiful. That's just what I wanted. So, for item in data, if story not in item, then now let's just say assert story in item. If something goes wrong, I want it to tell me. Here, let's preview all of the data and make sure that everything has a story tag in it. Okay, that went pretty fast. Now we should have underscore LG. This is exactly what I want. NLP equals spacey.load, and then we want to, where did I put it? This is pretty much what I want it to do. I just don't want anything after the lemma. Inter.extend. Nope. All right, then we're going to have POS counter equals counter. Import this. Wait. Is this what we want to do? Are we just counting? We're not like maintaining the structure or anything? I don't actually think that's what we want to do. I think we want to output every story's parts of speech, and then we can process it as we see fit. So let's say processing up here. We're going to say for item in data, assert story in item. Let's make this a JSON-L file. All right. Okay, my parts of speech equals get POS spacey of item story. This is why we want it to be running in multiple processes, because this is going to take a while. And then with the parts of speech, we just want to, I guess, write them. First off, let's make sure that it looks like what we want it to look like. Let's go back and add the break here. And then we'll put a break point. That was interesting. Break here. So that should just do one single story, giving us a long list of parts of speech. And from it, we can, there we go. Once upon a time. There we go. So I want to write JSON-L here. This might be a good GPT-4 test case. Modify my method to output to a JSON-L file from the file name specified. Okay, we don't want that. We want that. Modify my method to output to a JSON-L file instead of printing from the file from using the file name specified. Does it need to be append mode? The entire reason that I used rand below. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, let's just assume that this didn't screw anything up. Output written to. How long do you think this is going to take? I have absolutely no idea. Probably longer than I want to sit here and watch it for, though. st equals equals what? Equals time.time. I would like to know how long it was when it's over. And then en equals time.time, print processes finished in en minus st seconds. Now I want to do a test run where I only do one of each. And I think we can get rid of this. And we can see how long it takes to load and write a single story for each file. And we can check the output format, etc., etc. All right, output 5 seconds. Now hold on, I thought loading Spacey took like an unreasonable amount of time. Wasn't that the whole reason? Whatever. Not going to sit here and complain. This looks pretty good. Oh. Wait, no. There might be an initial load time for the Spacey library just in general that doesn't apply for each individual process. And then that would not get included in the start time, which is actually probably the best case scenario. So get rid of this break, get rid of this break, and let's let her rip. 31 processes. Task manager. Here we go.